and welcome everyone. My name is Fleur and join me for this 1 hour yoga practice where we're going to go into various areas. We're going to try and work with the whole body. So wherever you are, let's come to the front of your mat. I'll stand here, it's just easier so I can see you. Bring your big toes together touching and your heels slightly apart. And then lean your weight slightly back into the heels until you find your core starts to engage a little bit. And keep that engagement. That is your Uddiyana Bandha, so the area below your navel, and then lift up through Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor perineum between your legs. Reach your fingertips down towards the ground. Imagine your armpits are lifting up to the shoulders. And then drawing your chin slightly inwards so the back of your neck lengthens. And when you're ready, then close your eyes. And then connect to your breathing. Just take a few deep breaths, feeling the expansion on the side of the ribs. Keep the shoulders soft and away from the ears. Let the breath be as wide as the space that you're in, and even wider than that. And then hear that soft hissing sound of Ujjayi breath, so the soft sound of ha at the back of your throat, as if you're sighing out or hazing a window with your breath. Try and keep this breath connection throughout the practice. If you lose it, come back to it. That's the main point. And then from here, bringing your hands to your heart center and set an intention for your practice. If you wish not to set an intention, maybe you'd like to send out some love or energy to someone else. And otherwise, the intention moves you towards your best version of yourself. And let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale, sigh it out. I'm going to start with a mantra Om, so breathing into chant. Om. And then blink your eyes open. Come to the front of my mat. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Look up and lengthen. Look to the thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana. Draw the belly button in and fold forward, head to your shins. Inhaling halfway, roll the shoulders back, straighten the legs. Hands can come to shins. Hands down, step yourself back to high plank. Take one extra breath here. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bend your elbows backwards. You might want to bring the knees down and lower. Roll your shoulders back, lift the heart, point the toes, low cobra or upward dog with the hands right underneath the shoulders. Exhale, pulling back the hips to downward facing dog. Stay here 5 breaths, starting to walk out through the heels. Relax your head. Breathing in and exhaling. Find the length from the hands to the shoulders to the hips. Breathing in for 4. Exhaling for 4. Breathing in for 5. Exhaling 5. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step to the front of the mat. Lengthen halfway, open the spine. Exhale, belly and fold. Inhaling, reach your arms up to the sky. And fold down again, Uttanasana. Same round. Inhaling halfway, shoulders back. Open the heart. Hands down, step or float back. Bending the elbows as you do so. Inhaling, upward dog or low cobra. Exhale, pull hips back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Inhaling 2. Try to draw your heels to the ground and lift your knees up to the thighs. 3. Exhale 3. Push the front of the mat forward. Breathe in 4. Exhale 4. And breathe in 5. Exhale 5. Bend knees, look forward. Inhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Keep the hips high. Exhaling, fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling, arms reach up. And last one here, roll forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling halfway, roll the shoulders back. Lean slightly forwards, hands down, step or float back, Chaturanga. Upward dog, lift the chest. Exhale, maybe through chaturanga into downward dog. Set the pose. Now keep the arms nice and strong. On your inhale, lift your heels up. Come to tiptoes, push the front of the mat away. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, try to avoid the shoulders coming forward. So you want to keep the shoulders in line with your wrist. And exhale down. 3 more. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhaling, heels down. That's it. Nice work. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, heels down. 1. Inhale, lift the heels. And heels down. Bending your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Come up halfway. And exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, Samasthiti. Bending your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit back into your heels, arms reach next to your ears. Exhaling, fold down, Uttanasana. Halfway up, roll shoulders back, lean forward, hands down, push the floor away, and then step or hop back, right into your chaturanga. Open the chest. Exhale, back to downward dog. Lift your right leg up into the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee forward and step right foot between your hands. Ground through left heel. Inhale, reach your arms up, warrior 1. Exhale, all the way down. Frame your foot. If you want a little scissor through your legs, come to chaturanga. This is optional. Open the chest. Exhale, to downward dog. Left side. Lift left leg up into the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps forward between your hands. Right heel down. Warrior 1, arms reach up. Exhale all the way down. Maybe scissoring the left leg up to a little balance. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Turbo dogs. Bend your elbows out to the side and then squeeze them inwards. Try to reach the crown of the head towards your thumbs. You might want to step the feet a little bit in, but keep the elbows bent and pull them together. Stay there for 3 more breaths. Relax the head, Demetrius. Yep. 2. And last one. Feel that breath is helping you. Inhale, straighten the arms. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step to the front of the mat. Open the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana. And standing tall, Samasthiti. Again, bend your knees a little deeper. Utkatasana, chair pose. And folding down, Uttanasana. Halfway up. Handstands, push the floor away. And draw the hips low. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky. And bring right foot forward. Ground through left heel. Warrior 1. Exhale all the way down. And see if you want to scissor. Yeah, straighten the legs, David. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts up. Exhale, left foot forward. Warrior 1, arms up. Draw that right hip forward, left hip back. Exhaling all the way down. Keep the control of the breath. And scissor. Open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Turbo dogs number 2. Bend your elbows again. Squeeze them together. Reach the crown of the head towards your thumbs. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Use that deep breath. You're there. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, come to the front, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold Uttanasana. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, last round. And folding down again, Uttanasana. Open the chest, I'll watch you. And step or hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, open the chest and rush forward. Back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Point the toes. Exhale, right foot steps forward between your hands. Grounds through your left heel. Arms up, warrior one. Exhale all the way down. Try scissor if you like. Both legs straight. Yes. Chaturanga. Inhaling, open the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts up. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Roll that right hip forward. Keep back leg straight. Exhale all the way down. Scissor the legs. Can be light scissor. Good. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Last cobra dog. Optional. Bending your elbows again. And now you must felt those triceps and biceps working hard. 1. You might have a bigger awareness of where your strength in your arms is, so you don't have to bend them a lot. 3. 2 more breaths. 4. 1 more. 5. Inhale, straighten the arms, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front, lengthen halfway, and fold Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, and then stay here, reaching the hips back, arms nice and long, next to your ears. Lovely. And then from here, just turn to easy. Lift up your right foot 1 inch off the floor, just 1 inch. That's it. Press down to your left foot, hold it. Bring the right foot down, change, lift up your left foot, just a few millimeters. And bring the right foot up. Breathe in, straighten up through the arms, make a little back bend, and then bend your knees again. Bring your right elbow over your left knee. Bring the hands towards your heart or towards your armpit, and then try to lift your heart to your hands so that the hands move to the center of your heart. If this is challenging for you, maybe because the arm doesn't go quite over, straighten your arm out and then open the arms to the side. Try to get the arm as low as you can. Keep drawing the belly button in and avoid your knees sliding apart. So work that fire energy through the body. 1 more breath. Keep lengthening through the crown. Exhaling to twist. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Straighten up. Make a little back bend if you like. And then other side. Bring the left elbow over your right knee. As low as it goes. Lift the heart to the hands. Roll your right shoulder back and down. Keep squeezing the knees together. And find a twist from the middle of your spine. And 1 deep breath more, reaching long through the crown. And exhaling. Inhale, reach your arms back up, stand tall. Exhaling, hinging forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, open the chest. Hands down, step or float back. Chaturanga. Open the chest, upward dog. Exhaling back to downward dog. Good. Set the pose even. Turn your toes slightly in and find 5 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Nice and long. Drawing the belly button in. And then from here, lifting up your right leg into the sky. I'm mirroring because otherwise I'll be the wrong way. Lift up the right leg into the sky and your exhale. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Bring your left heel down. Open up into warrior 2. Right. Find your stance with your right heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Both the arms nice and wide to the side. And then on your exhale, bring your elbow towards the thigh. Or if you're feeling open, you can bring the hand inside of the foot, fingertips or the whole hand down. Squeezing the armpit into your knee. Tuck your tailbone under. And then reach your right arm up, your left arm up and over. Look up to the hand, or if that's challenging for the neck, look forward. Try to get your armpit to face down. So you're wrapping the shoulder down. Good. Activate your glutes, so tuck tailbone under. Press into the outside of your left foot. Nice long breath. Look down to the floor. Lift your back heel and place your left hand down to the floor. Move your foot, your right foot slightly to the side, and then lift up through your right hand. Easy twist. Good. From here, look down to the floor. Bring your right hand onto your lower back, and then reach up through your right arm into a high lunge. Good. Keep that back leg nice and straight. And then turn towards your right and lean slightly back. So twisted reverse warrior. You can also move your hand to the outside of your left thigh. Look forward, bring your hands down to the floor, step yourself back into high plank, chaturanga. Open the heart, inhale. Exhale to downward dog. Lift up your left leg, breathing in. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Right heel down. Windmill your arms open into your warrior. The other way now. And then from here, bring your elbow to the thigh or bring the hand down to the floor. And then bring your right arm up and over, reaching your fingertips to the other end of the room. Tuck your tailbone under so that the hips don't pop out. And then look down to the floor, bring your right hand down, lift up the back heel, come to an easy twist. Arm reaches up, that's it. Right hand down, left arm up. Good, got it. Okay. And then look down to the floor again, bring your left hand onto the lower back, draw the belly in, reach up through your right arm. Stay there, and then look towards your left and lean slightly back. You can also bring your left hand behind your back. Find that balance. Bend the front knee a bit as you reach backwards. And then bring the hands back down, framing your foot, step up to high plank, and chaturanga. Open the chest, and back to downward facing dog. Good. Walk up through the feet a little bit. Let's come to a little bit more side work. Breathing in, lift up your right leg into the sky. On your exhale, bring the right foot again between your hands. Lift up the arms into a high lunge. And then from here, reaching your arms back behind you. Fingertips reach to the back of the room. Draw the belly button in and then transfer the weight into the front foot and lift your back leg up. Roll the shoulders back, so working into your back strength. Go back a little bit. Whoop, shouldn't watch. Do one thing. Keep your heart higher than your hips, or level with your hips, so you're not leaning forward with your chest. Good. Nice. Holding it here, breathing in. And then from here, bend your back knee and see if you can squeeze your foot back towards your hands. Roll the shoulders back. And then straighten the arms and the legs, reaching them nice and long. And exhaling, bring the hands towards the floor for your standing splits. Fingertips, or if you're open, you can hold with your right hand your right leg, lifting up the leg. And then stepping the foot back, step back into high plank, and lower through chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Other side, lifting up your left leg. And then bringing the left leg forward. High lunge. Breathing in, reach your arms up. Keep your glutes nice and tight. And then bring the arms back. Transfer the weight. And lean forward. Lift the back leg. Oops. Good. Very good. Chest open, shoulder blades roll together. Point or flex the back foot. Shouldn't do both things. And then bend your back knee. Try and squeeze your foot towards your hands as the shoulders draw together. And then straighten both arms and legs slowly. Stretch out and then hinge from your hips to bring the hands down to the floor or wherever they fall. Keep squeezing up the leg, maybe holding onto your ankle and pulling your chest towards your leg. And stepping yourself back, high plank, chaturanga, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Good. From here, turning your heels towards the left, and then lift up through your right arm. Come to Vashisthasana. If that's challenging, bring your left knee down. Press into your feet. If you want a little bit more, so you can lift your right foot off, balancing it. Good. And then bring the foot back down again. Bring your hands down, come back to plank. Other side, heels towards your right. Lift up your left arm, pressing into your right hand. Again, knee can come down. Or lift up your left leg to balance. And return, foot down, come back to the center, bring your knees down. Well done. Hands a little bit closer towards you so that your knees are just under your belly button. So you're not in a tabletop, your knees are right underneath your belly button. Good. Tuck your toes under, push into the hands so that your shoulders lift just a little bit. And then lift your knees 1 inch off the floor. Pull your belly button in, breathe. And now from here, try to just lift off your right foot. Hold your right foot away from the floor. And change. Right foot down, lift up your left foot. And change. Lift up your right hand. You might want to bring the feet a little bit wider, if that's challenging. And just keep the arms straight, so don't bend the elbow. Right hand down, shift the weight, lift up the left hand. And down. One more time, same round. Lift up the right foot. Good. Right foot down. Left foot, lift up left foot. Left foot down. Right hand, hover it. Try to keep the shifting of the weight minimal. So right knee stays down, right hand down. Lift up the left hand. And left hand down. Bring your knees down to the floor. Reaching your arms forward. Keep the hips over your knees. And stretch out through the chest and the arms. Take a nice long breath here. If you can, look forward and try to keep the elbows off the mat. And then from here, come up, come onto fingertips, and same thing, fingertips. And then lean slightly the heart through the arms. We're going to do little circles through the chest. Little circles. For 2. Circling. For 3. Circling. For 4. Circling. For 5. Other way around. Circle. Heart goes down. Circle. Belly in. Heart goes down. 3. Circle. 4, circle, 5, and come back to center. And from here, bring the hands back towards you. And just do a little shake through the head, rounding through the spine into a cat. And inhaling into a cat. And one more time, exhaling into a cat. And inhaling into a cat. Well done. Let's come into a little bit more fancy stuff. Tuck the toes, push the hips back and up. Stretch out through the hips. See how your legs feel. Good. And then from here, bring the toes together, touching. Lift up your right leg into the sky. Oh, I've got the right leg, the actual right leg. And then from here, bend your right knee and bring the right knee towards your left elbow or armpit. Inhale, lift the leg back up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow or armpit. Inhale, lift the leg up to the sky. And exhale, bring the knee to the nose and hold it there. Squeeze the knee to the nose. Hold it for 3, Feel the strength in your arms. 2 and 1. Lift the leg back up. Bend your right knee up, so you're opening up through the hips. Good. Draw your right heel to your left buttock. And then from here, you're going to rotate to the right. Bring your right foot behind you, stepping it behind you, and lift up through your right arm. And then push the hips up. Wild child. Bend your right knee behind you, David. Good. Rotating up. Push the hips up, Demetrius. Up, up, up. That's it. And then bring your hand back forward. Come back to center, and then bring the right foot again to the front. Bring your left knee down. Untuck the back toes. Push into the right foot and lift yourself up into a nice low lunge. Maybe pad the knee if your knee doesn't like the hard floor. Roll your shoulders back and make sure that you're not collapsing into the lower back. We want to keep a little bit of activity pressing down into the right foot so that your pelvis is not arching but tilted down. Good. And then from here, lift your arms up again. Inhaling, bring the hands together. Push up through the middle finger and see if you can bring the head through your arms. And then draw a line with your index finger behind you so that the chest opens. Keep pulling the left knee forward and keep the shoulders squeezed together. Nice deep breath. Straighten your arms, Demetrius. Make them strong. That's it. And then from here, coming back, bringing your hands back to the heart center. Turn again towards your bent knee with the left elbow. Hook your elbow over the knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Find another deeper twist this time. Shoulders roll back. And then you can tuck the back toes and maybe lift the back knee. And then well done. Look down towards the foot. Don't lose the bind just yet. And see if you can, with the bind, lift up your left leg a few inches off the floor. So you're in twisted balance. You can also bring the hand down and see if you can come to a variation. Haha. Give it a go. And then slowly return. Bring your hands down towards the floor. And then come to pigeon, bringing your right knee towards the right wrist and your right foot to the left side of the mat. And then reaching your left leg back. Give your hips a little wriggle. Okay. Take a breath in here. Try to open the chest first of all. And then start to lean down forward. Relax your forward onto the floor and take a few breaths. Target area is the right IT band and glute. So you might have to roll something underneath your hip. That's fine. Connect again to your breathing. Notice what's coming up in the practice. And then coming back up. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck the left legs under. And then from here, draw that left knee a little bit further forward. Bring the knee back. And then push back into downward facing dog. Other side, bring the big toes together, touching. Lift up your left leg into the sky. And then bring the left knee towards the right armpit or elbow. Inhale, lift the leg up to the sky. Exhale towards the left one, left elbow. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale towards the nose and hold it there. 3 breaths. 3. Push the hands on the floor. Point the toe, David. 2. That's it. And 3. Inhale, lift the leg up. And then bend your left knee so you open the hip. Pressing the right heel down. Keep the arms strong. Lift, squeeze your left glute. And then rotate. So you let go of your left hand. Keep the right leg straight and just step
the left foot behind you. And then draw your hips up. Wild child. And oops, slipping on the floor. So you're lifting up the chest. Try keep pushing into your left foot and your right hand as you lift your arm up. Let's see what you do. Oh, you got that. And then coming back when you have enough. Lift up your left leg to the sky, inhaling. And then stepping your left foot forward between your hands. Bring your right knee down and untap the right foot. Open the chest here, drawing the hips forward. Tuck the tailbone. You squeeze your glute. And then again, reach your arms up. Kali Mudra. So index finger coming up. Bring the head through the arms if you can. And then again, find the length from your hips to the armpits by reaching up. So you're not collapsing here, just pushing the hips forward. You want to reach up and then back. Yep, and then try to draw that right knee forwards. Good. So your rib cage, whole rib cage wants to come up as if someone's pushing behind you. So imagine someone's doing this to you, which I could do if I could still assist. Let's see how long we can not do that. And then from here, bring the hands back down. Bring the hands to your heart center. Twist towards your left. Bring your elbow low over your left knee. Hands to your chest. Rotate. And then when you have the balance, over the way. Tuck the toes again under. And straighten. Find that balance. And you can open the arms if you like. And if you want a little challenge, keeping maybe the bind or arms open, transfer the weight into your left foot and see if you can lift up your right leg into flamingo. It's optional, bit of fun. Aha. Step off my mat. Are you sweaty today? It's a bit of playtime. Whoa, this side is obviously weaker today. I'm going to give up today. Alright, and then come back down. Nice, David. Bring the hands down to the floor and do your vinyasa. Oh no, wait, we're doing pigeon. Bring the left knee to the left wrist. Reach the right foot back. Find your hips. Open the chest. And then folding down. Head can come onto the floor. And take a few breaths here in your pigeon. Long deep breath, hearing again the sound of your Ujjayi breath. And then coming back up. Step the feet back into a high plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling, open the chest. And exhale, down the dog. Good. Bring your knees down towards the floor. Bring your elbows down towards the floor. And then from here, either interlace your hands, keep your head soft, tucking the toes, and push the hips up, walking the feet a little bit closer towards the elbows. Make sure the shoulders don't come forward. We just want to press down with the elbows and try to reach the hips high up. And then from here, we're going to lift up the heels and bring them back down, like we did in the beginning. Lift up the heels and bring them back down. And again, lift up the heels, try to press down to your fists. Just feeling that resistance that you need to do to keep your armpits open. So shoulders open. Last one, lift up the heels. And then bring the heels down, bring the knees down to the floor. Take a little moment of rest. Forehead down, arms relaxed. That's it, that's it. And now we're going to add on to this. I want to make those shoulders a little stronger. So coming back up, onto your hands and knees. Bring the elbows down. This time, try to get the thumbs to touch and make sure that your arms are no wider than your elbows. So they sometimes slide out. Keep them right underneath your shoulders. So really check, and then, so when you're down, not like this, sorry, that was a bad demonstration. So on your elbows, you grab the top of your arms. That's it, well done. And then bring the hands forward, thumbs touching. Good, or you can interlace, that's fine. And then keep the head just in the middle of your arms. Press the hips up, and then walk your feet a little closer towards your elbows. Now, bring the toes together to touch, and lift up one leg. Squeeze the leg up, squeeze your glutes, and press the elbows down to the floor. Lifting up through the leg. Hold it, and change legs. Lift up your left leg. Come to tiptoes and press the elbows down to the floor. And slowly release. Bring the knees down to the floor. And again, sit back into child's if you want, having a few moments of release, breath. Now, adding on to this, so your arms should feel nice and strong now. The next one is a variation to do an inversion in your pincher. So it's a prep for pincher, and we're doing it on our wrists. So we're doing it on the wrist with your hands interlaced. So only do this if you're feeling very comfortable with an inversion. But you can also just play and do it slowly. So don't, do it excessively. So the head is going to go into the bit where your arms are. So as if you're doing this, exasperating lockdown or something. So as if the head is resting not in the middle between your hands, so right on your wrist. I'll show you. Just get rid of my armbands. So from here, your head is cushioned on your arms, and you're going to lift up your hips and walk your feet closer towards your elbows. Now the distance for your shoulders is a little bit less, so this might be a little bit easier. You're then going to lift up your favorite leg, my right, and you're going to bend your knee up. Now I don't want you to jump at any point. I just want you to experience being upside down and squeeze your heel towards your buttock. Now push into your left big toe and draw your right foot back. As you can see, I'm not in any way jumping. I'm just pushing my elbows down into the floor. And at one point, my left foot will become very light. So if you're jumping, that is onto you. You're jumping, you're going like, whoa, and then it's really wobbly and very uncontrolled. So you have to keep the legs split, David. Keep them split. That's it, well done. So your legs stay split like a scissor. Your right knee is squeezing back and your left leg is just like a leverage. So legs stay split, as if you're doing a split in the air. Keep your right leg bent, or your left, whatever your favorite leg is. Or you just stay with one leg up and then you change over sides. Let me see what you do. I'll talk you through it. So hands down on the floor, interlacing the hands and elbows quite close together. So you have that little triangle. And then bring your head down into the middle of your wrists. So you're resting your head just where your wrists are. So here in this, where usually your armband or your wristwatch is. You're looking back to your knees, you're lifting the knees, and you're walking your feet closer. This is already a nice inversion. Now try to avoid your shoulders coming towards your ears. You're going to push the elbows down into the floor. And then come to tiptoes and lift your other leg up. So if you want to do both sides, and you just work on this. You're just squeezing the leg up, pressing down as if you want to make an imprint. Raise your elbows down to the floor. No jumping. Keep the legs split, David. Oh, so it's looking good, right? Good. Yes. That's it. Well done. Give it another little breath wherever you are. Try it out. Good. And then when you had enough, come back down, come back into your child's pose. Good. And then reaching the hips back, reach your arms back and just give the shoulders a little rest. Because we're not done with the inversions. So from here, we're going to bring the hands in front of us, come back into a plank position. 2 chaturanga. Upward dog lifts the chest. Exhale back to downward dog. Bending your knees, look forward, step or jump through to seated. Bring the legs out in front of you, reach your arms forward, and then lay slowly down to halfway, and then lift your feet. So your lower back is on the floor. If this is challenging for you, just bring the legs a little higher, maybe bend your knees, but your shoulder blades are off the floor. There's no gap under your lower back. So if you're noticing you're doing this and there's a big gap here, so you really have to notice where you're feeling the connection to the lower back. Hold it here. Good. Squeeze the legs together. Draw the belly button in. Lift up into Navasana. Both legs up. Good. Exhale, rolling yourself back down. Let the lower back touch the floor. Draw the belly in and lift up to Navasana. Good. One more. Roll the lower back down. Lower back touches the floor. And then try and lift your arms over your head. Reach. Hold it. Lower back is touching the floor. Belly draws in. Hold it for 3. For 2. For 1. Navasana. Reach back up. Isn't this nice? Cross your legs. Step yourself back into high plank. Feel that connection to the core. Chaturanga. Upward dog, lifting the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Walk out a little bit through the heels. Coming to some more little versions, which are called handstands. So let's try this. Bring your hands into the middle of the mat. Look towards your thumbs and then walk your feet a little bit closer towards your hands. So you're not too far away. If you, of course, really find this difficult, then instead, I want you to try a little balance. So I'm just going to give this as an option. Right leg goes behind you, left hand right underneath your shoulder, and you're going to try to reach up your right arm. Maybe your hand goes onto your hip. You're going to find the balance, and then you're going to switch. Otherwise, if you're doing the handstand version, hands down to the floor. Your foot shouldn't be like in a downward dog, like a short downward dog. You want to keep the feet quite close in front of your hands. Look to the middle of your hands, so where the thumb lines meet, so your head is not too far forward. That's always my problem. And look up, so as if you're looking up on the corners of your eyes. And then lift up one leg, so like in standing splits. And you're going to bend your left knee, and you're going to try a little kick and down. Now the problem is that you want to bend your elbows and the shoulders want to come forward. So try to kick up. Oh, there we go, first try. And then bring yourself back down. So that's what we want to go. Give it a little go. So if you're in the variation where you just want to lift the leg and try the arm balance, the balance with the half moon pose, you can go there as well. Really bend that left knee and then kick up, David. Bring your head in a little bit more. Good, Demetrius, that's it. Keep the arms nice and straight. So think of pushing the floor down. Draw your head a little bit more in, David. Good. Kick more, kick more. Let's do the other side. So not getting too tired. So remember, we haven't prepped it super much, but you should be quite warm. Hands down on the floor, and then try the other leg. So this might be your leg that's a bit more challenging, but the same principles apply. So either again, right hand underneath the right shoulder, finding a balance in Ardha, or hands down, lift up the left leg and then bend your right knee and kick up. Try not to arch back. See, my shoulders came forward today. Head was too far out. There we go, that was a bit better. And do little kicks. Try to land really nice and light. Keep the leg nice and straight when you kick up. If you're in Ardha, flex the back foot or point it, make a choice. Whoop. Okay. And let's slowly come back down. So from here, hands down to the floor again. You can either come through one vinyasa, or you can just meet in downward dog, throwing the hips back. Walk it a little bit out through the heels. And then bend your knees, look forward, step or jump through to seated. And then bring your legs out in front of you. Lengthen through the arms and then roll yourself slowly down onto your mat. Good. Bring your feet close to your sit bones. Have your arms by your side. And then from here, tap the tailbone and roll your hips up so the hips come up. And then shimmy your shoulders underneath you, maybe interlace the hands underneath your buttocks. And push up through the hips. Let the hips be light, so that you have space in the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then slowly release the arms and roll down upper, middle and lower back down. We're going to go again. So again, imagine you have space in the back. You're arching into the back, pushing up through the hips. Be strong in your heels and then shimmy your arms together. You can also just keep the arms reaching towards your heels. Lift the heart of the chin. And if you like, you can even bend your elbows and try to bring the hands underneath your mid-back to lift it a little higher. The thumbs try to massage your spine. And then slowly release upper, middle and lower back down. And then you can drop the knees either side, so just giving them a little release, or bring the knees to the chest. If you like, you're going to come to full back bends. If you don't, you can either come to any variations of a back bend that you prefer, so maybe again a bridge. Maybe you just want to come to happy baby or a twist. But if you're coming to your full back bends, bring yourself quite close with the hips to the heels. And then your fingertips pointing down towards your shoulders. Look up towards the sky. And then breathing in, lift your hips up. Push the hands into the floor. And see if you can come to the crown of the head first. And then press into the crown of the head and your heels. So again, your back arches. Adjust your hands if you need. And then push into the hand to open the chest. Moving your feet closer towards your hands. Lift the chest up. Look back. And then maybe bring the heels down. Stay there for a moment. I am never the best back bender since my birth, since giving birth. But give it another 2 goes. So feel where you are doing yourself a favour today, or a challenge, and notice what it brings up in you. That's it, David. Make sure you're staying strong in your arms and your legs. So root down through your heels. And then releasing. And let's do a mini break and then do one more, feeling that it gets a little bit easier, as it does with me. It took some time. I can really affirm it takes a little bit of time when something happens, but then lift up with that intention of yours, the dedication you have, not trying to experience suffering, but just some freedom in your body. And let's all come down. We've done the third one. And then bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug. If you've already done that, you've done happy baby and twist. You can gently maybe rock up and down the spine. And let's all come to a forward fold. So give yourself a little momentum, maybe rocking up and down the spine until you can sit up, and then stretch the legs out in front of you. Flex the feet, breathe in, arms up. Draw your belly in and lean forward, maybe holding onto your big toes or the sides of your feet, or binding behind the feet. And then keep it long on the neck and fold and find 10 breathe. Deep breath. Don't collapse the belly, so keep imagining you're being lifted up through the belly to fold forward. Each breath is a new release here. slowly coming back up. And then rolling yourself back onto your back, pointing the toes. Then bring the knees up and bring the legs up through your shoulder stand. Bring the hands onto the lower back. The shoulder stand isn't for you. You can bring the hands under the hips and let the legs float. Good. And keep looking up towards the feet. And count 10 deep breaths in your mind. Once you've got 10, slowly lower your legs over your head into Alasana. Try not to collapse your back. So keep an engagement in your core. Keep the spine long, so lifting from the shoulder blades to the hips. Maybe your legs hover, maybe they touch the floor, but don't collapse the hips back. So keep reaching up to the tailbone. I shouldn't look to the side. You can then interlace the hands behind your back, bringing the shoulder blades together. And then release, bending your knees maybe around your ears or your forehead, making yourself into a small ball. And then bring the legs halfway up, bring the hands behind you on the mat and start rolling yourself out. Upper, middle, and lower back down. Once your sit bones touch the floor, you can lower the legs one more time for a little bit of core work. And when they're halfway up, draw the chin to chest and come up onto your elbows, as if you're lying on a nice beach. Like Demetrius on a beach. And then lift the chest up, arching your back. And try to get the crown of your head to touch the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't. Just feel like you're arching your back, engaging your legs, point the toes. Find those deep breaths. You're working the core as well. And then drawing your chin to chest and slowly roll yourself down onto your back. Good. Give the legs and arms a little wriggle and open your legs as wide as a mat with your arms by the side. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. And then purse your lips as if you're breathing in very cool air, as if you're breathing through a straw. And then breathing out through that straw. So cooling air is now floating over your body. And again, breathe in through that straw. And cool air out again. And then breathe in deeply. And flutter your lips. And then 2 more times breathing in. And flutter the lips. So your face and your jaw relax. And 1 more time breathing in. And flutter the lips. And then let yourself become nice and still, relaxing on the ground. Let everything become heavy and soft. Feel how the breath moves now like waves through your body. And each breath brings release and relaxation with it. Feel the tingling of the energy that is now moving through your body as all joints and muscles have received new blood. More freedom and more space, more focus and strength. Just another minute here, letting your body rest and digest. Allow yourself to fully be still and just lie there. And then nice and slowly taking a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out again. Begin to move your hands and your toes. And then you can reach the arms up and over the head and stretch out, point your toes, make yourself nice and long. And then bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug and say well done. And you can either rock yourself up and down the spine, or you can roll yourself over to the side and come to seated. And then find your nice comfortable seated position. Close your eyes, make your spine long and tall. Find your breath. And let your belly become a little bit softer when you inhale. So let the breath move into the belly. And just we're going to finish with a little bit of breath, a little bit of pranayama to balance ourselves into this rest of the day. So we're just going to finish with Anulom Vilom Pranayama. So we're going to use our right hand, and what we're doing, we're going to breathe in through the left nostril and breathe out through the right. And we're going to do that for 10 times. So just in through the left and out through the right. The way to do it is your right thumb is closing off your right nostril and your ring finger and little finger is closing off the left nostril. So this is what it looks like. We're going to breathe in through the left, close the left nostril and breathe out through the right. Feeling that circle that you're breathing. Do 10 rounds in your own time. If your right elbow feels like it's getting a bit heavy or the arm gets heavy, just hold your arm with your left elbow. And I do it with you 10 times.
turn your tense round. Just release the hands down towards your thighs or your knees. And notice the breath coming in evenly through both nostrils. Maybe you notice the breath is a little bit cooler to cool down your mind. Analum means with the grain, with the rhythm of your breath. And our left side is the cooler, the more moon-like side. So breathe from the left to the right. Notice how you are now as you are sitting here. And then bringing the hands to your heart center. Lift your heart to your hands. Remind yourself of your intention or the person you practiced for. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out, release the breath. And let's close with Om. Deep breath in to chant. Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining me today.